Hello everyone! So today I'm here with Kyle.
That's me.
Yeah, that's him. We're going to be making a video about
private Hagwons versus
public! Oh yeah. So yeah, basically the pros and cons of private and public schools. I've been wanting to do this video for a really long time and it's kind of hard because you kind of need someone else to do it with you. So I don't know, we just decided to do it. We wrote down a few points, so we're going to chuck those at you now and make sure this video is no longer than 5 minutes. Hopefully.
Well, we got lots of dirt, so we'll see how it happens.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get dirty.
Getting down.
Down.
Getting way down.
Get way down.
That's off the screen down. So the pros for private Hagwons. Let me lay it down for you. If you are coming to Korea, private Hagwon is easily the easiest choice for you. Why? Because they will take anybody. It doesn't really matter. As long as you can speak English, you are the perfect candidate. Obviously, if you're as good looking as I am,
Oh.
your chances of getting a job are significantly higher.
So bad because that's kind of the truth.
Variety. There's tons of variety. I mean, you got Hagwons that are open really early for that do middle school and in kindergarten. You have Hagwons that do sports Hagwons that are focused with English on the side. You have Hagwons that do solely high school, that are specialized for, you know, maybe history or they won't teach specifically math or science. At some Hagwons, you teach either one subject during class or you teach all the subjects. The place that I worked at, I worked at a kindergarten and I had to teach everything. Absolutely everything.
That's crazy.
But you also have a lot of more teaching freedom. They give you the books and say, go ahead, teach. Doesn't matter how the information gets in their heads, as long as it gets in there. They're smaller. I mean, if you ever walk around Korea, you're gonna see these huge schools with like 150 rooms on the first floor. Nah, Hagwons, they got like 10 rooms. That's it.
Just 10 rooms.
That's including the bathroom.
The one bathroom?
The one bathroom. Depending on your work.
We're joking. There's not just one. I don't know actually, there might be.
Well, I guess it depends on the Hagwon. If you're lucky, there's one. Sometimes you have to go out of the building and to a different place. Or
I know,
in the
right?
building. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Plus you get to work with lots of foreigners.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, how many foreigners can you work with at public school?
Just me.
Just one. That sounds really lonely.
Just one? Just on my own, literally. I couldn't work with anyone.
Does it get lonely?
It gets very lonely.
Yeah.
Actually, I like having my own space and not having to speak to anyone. It gives me more time to watch TV.
Perfect. So if you were a loner, I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Bob.
If private Hagwons really give you an opportunity to socialize with people because it's solely English and everybody there speaks English, so you're not going to feel out of place. And because of that, there's a large social network. You have teachers all over the country, or city, I guess, that you're in, that really coexist and work together. Because there's a lot of stuff that happens within a private Hagwon, and you know, you definitely need that extra boost sometimes. Classes are significantly smaller, ranging anywhere from 4 kids to maybe 20, 30 is the most I've ever heard. There's tons of different opportunities, especially if you want to stay here. Working in a private Hagwon really shows that you're willing to stake it out, and you can definitely move there from Hagwon to a public school. You can move up as a head teacher, which gives you not a lot more power.
Yeah.
But it's also a very good stepping stone if you want to go to an international school or you want to move up to university level.
University is a good level.
It is a good level.
Lots of free time and more money.
More money. It's amazing. And you only need a bachelor's for that.
I'm pretty sure you need a bit more than that.
No, you just need a bachelor's.
Okay. Usually
they don't look at people like us.
Us awesome people?
No, non-white people.
Oh, non-white people. Yeah, there's that one. It's like, awesome. That's definitely us. Awesome!
Now you have a co-teacher, don't you?
Yeah, I have a co-teacher.
Yeah, does she stay in the room with you?
Yeah, of course.
The whole time?
All the time. Yeah, she has to.
Awesome. So that's like half the time at a Hagwon. So depending on what Hagwon you get, either you have a co-teacher with you the whole time, or you call her and she shows up.
Okay, that sucks. Who has time to be chasing down their co-teacher? I got shit to do, man. I gotta work.
Isn't it?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Someone please hit him on the head and tell him it's not internet and it's in it.
That's what I said.
Oh.
The contract. And that's probably the best part, because if you're a very good negotiator, you can negotiate almost whatever you want. Now, I don't know if is that the same with working at a public school?
No, you have your own contract. The contract is set by the government, and that's the end of the story.
That's it. There's no wiggle room at all.
No.
Well, so you work at the same salary?
No, that changes.
Oh, that changes, okay.
But it's not, you don't negotiate it, that's already set.
Is it set? So like 1 year is 2 years?
Yeah, it's like you got a criteria to meet.
One thing that I really was appreciative in the Hog one was that they give you opportunity to do a visa run. So a lot of schools, they require you to show up with a visa. However, if you come here, they will pay for you to fly to, say, Japan for the day, get your visa, and then fly back.
So those are the pros of working in a Hag one?
Yeah, that's what I can think of.
So now I'm going to go through the pros of working in public school. First pro is that you have a co-teacher. This is very important because it's really nice to have someone who can bridge the gap between you and your students, especially when you come to Korea and you speak zero Korean and most of your kids probably speak zero English. I mean, if you go to a school where there are loads of like Hagwons nearby, like I work in Mokdong, and Mokdong is famous for all its Hagwons, then you might have a bunch of kids who just are fluent in English. However, if you live somewhere where there isn't much English influence,
like
you probably,
Bucheon.
Yeah, like Bucheon, you probably have a bunch of kids that don't speak any English, and it can be kind of daunting when you first move there. So co-teacher really bridges that gap and helps you out. And that goes on to my second pro, which is that the co-teachers help you with setting up everything you need to do. Your banking, your phone, your ARC card, things to do with immigration, everything like that. Usually your co-teacher or someone at your school, whoever's in control of you, the foreign teacher, will help you out with that, which is absolutely great because it's really hard when you don't speak Korean and you have to go and set up a phone contract at some random phone store where they speak no English.
I believe the term would be epic fail.
Epic fail times 100. Another thing that's a pro about working in a public school is that you have a lot of free time. The reason being is because you teach about 22 hours a week, usually, no more than that. So the rest of your hours, that leaves you maybe 3 or 4 hours a day spread out evenly. That's just doing lesson planning. In public elementary schools, you rarely lesson plan because usually you're working out of a book, but I don't lesson plan because it's not required of me. So I'm just literally finding activities to go with the things in my book, and so I don't spend much time lesson planning every day. Instead, I'm sitting in my English room alone on my computer, possibly on Facebook. Not gonna say I'm playing Candy Crush, not gonna say that I'm watching House of Cards or Game of Thrones, not at all. I'm just saying, free time is there. 4 hours, it gets boring. Another pro is that it's run by the government, which leads into the stable contract thing. So you have a contract and it's pretty much set for everyone in Seoul. All the teachers that work in public schools have this similar kind of contract. I think it's different. Well, you heard it's different.
Totally
in
different.
Hagwons. They get to negotiate. We don't have any of that. And that kind of works kind of in our favor most of the time because it's done by the government, it's legit, there's no going back from this. You can take them to court. If anything goes dodgy, you can go to SMOE, and you know, if your school are really not complying with the contract, they're not going by it, and then you could, if you had to, which people usually advise you to do, not to do, but yeah, you could go to SMOE and you could say to them, my school is not following my contract. Another pro of working in public schools is that you do have a lot of paid vacation. Woo! Yahoo! So I have about 21 weekdays of paid vacation, which I can use if I have no class or during my holidays. So you have like holidays which are like public national holidays, and you usually are not in school, but if you want to use your holiday days, you usually have to use those in those times because pretty much every other day you're working. So, and you can't use your paid holiday if you have class. That's not gonna happen. Your school are not gonna allow that unless it's really strange circumstance.
Or you sneak out.
Don't try that. I have cameras at every exit in my school. There's no way of sneaking out. You have a lot of paid vacation days, which means you can take off quite a lot of time to go and travel. The last pro I have is that you only have to work 22 hours max. So anything over 22 hours of actual teaching is overtime. and they have to pay for that, even if it is within school hours. So, yeah. Woohoo!
That's fantastic.
There's all the pros.
So cons. Let's move on to cons.